Man, so Friday, today's Saturday. Friday, I did a live on my YouTube channel exclusively for my Patreon subscribers. And we were talking about key mistakes that people make when it comes to fat loss. I covered like four different things. I had a couple of people attend and it was all good. But then today I logged on and I saw I had a comment on that video. And the person, and I don't know your name, but I appreciate you who made the comment. The person who made the comment informed me. He said, "Friend, um, your audio is messed up or something like that." So I was like, "Oh no!" So I went to the video, the live that I did yesterday, for 30 minutes, zero audio. Poured my heart out and all this stuff. And the crazy thing about it is that there was a certain point for just for members only, where I asked folks, I said, "Do you have any questions?" And a couple of people were on there, but I kept on asking, "Do you have any questions?" So, I'm not really, I'm not really sure why, no one said that. Hey, the audio doesn't work, and I was on there for 30 minutes. But oh well, in the process of doing a YouTube channel and all this kind of stuff, man, you kind of have stuff happen like that just make you want to throw your hands up. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I talked about some good stuff too. And so what I'll probably end up doing is talking about that same stuff again. Um, since, for those who haven't heard it, it's new content. I also had an experience today, and I'm going to stretch. I'm just not doing a stretching video tonight. I don't really feel like setting the camera up. Um, but I had an experience today, where I did a talk on physical wellness. Shout out to my church and whatnot. It was the church I attend, and anytime I do an event like that where I talk about the things I talk about on this channel, health and fitness related stuff, I'm always really of the hope that something that I said really sinks deep into the hearts of people. And I had to kind of fight discouragement sometimes. Um, it was a great event. It was really it was a mental health event, but this year it was kind of like holistic. Um, but in attendance was okay. It could have been better though. It definitely could have been better. And so sometimes that kind of thing is a little discouraging for me when there is information that's not only good information, but it's potentially life transforming information, stuff that can really change the very course of your life. They can extend your lifespan, that can help you to have exponentially better quality of life. But sometimes, people just don't, you know, they don't use it. They don't take advantage of it, or they don't really get it, and it is what it is. Or when you're one who feels very strongly about the stuff that you're conveying, like y'all, like the whole reason I continue to do what I do is because I am very passionate about this stuff. I'm really serious about health and fitness. I haven't, you know, become perfect as far as like my own implementation. I believe I'm getting better and better. But I also am really, really wanting to help others by giving them information that can change their lives. And um, I feel that very strongly. I mean, this YouTube channel I started, I think, in 2014, and I wasn't being nearly as consistent then as I am now. But it was started out of a strong desire to empower people to take control of their health. Really, even further back than that, in 2011, I think is when it was. I started my first blog site, and I'm not going to say now what the name of it was. I know if my wife was here, she would be laughing because the name was incredibly lame. It was very, very lame. But I was a young man, in my 20s, and just like in that moment, I was trying to figure out how in the world do I get this message out that there's a lot that we can do as individuals to prevent disease and to really live very, very healthy lives. Because so the website was the it was lame, man. It was lame, but you got to start somewhere. But my point is, it just kind of started out of a heart of really, really wanting to help people, and I continue to have the exact same heart. That's why I I um I did quit that website, but I started another one, Your Health at the Crossroads. And then I eventually became a certified personal trainer in 2015, which means this is 10 years as of this year. But anyway, I just always hope somebody gets this stuff. I always hope that that something that I'm saying is helping people to really, really get it and to really be like, I'm not going to put all of my eggs in the medical basket. The medical system is good for some things, but as far as the part that has to do with us making sure that we meet our physical needs and all that kind of stuff, that's not the medical system's job. The medical system is not even close to able or capable of meeting those needs. That's stuff that we have to do on our own. And if we do it well enough, it will significantly reduce, in a lot of cases, it'll eliminate our need to be serviced, so to speak, by the medical system. Um, and so that's what I'm always wanting to convey. I'll say this and I get off of here. Sometimes, you know, um, sometimes I believe that people may misunderstand like my love for this stuff, or maybe see it as a little more surface level superficial than it really is. I'm a certified trainer, but the whole reason I'm a certified trainer is it's not just because I like exercise, strength training and stuff. I do like that stuff. Don't get me wrong. I do. But it is really out of a desire to help people who I know and love, and whoever I can help to avoid unnecessarily becoming ill from things that are absolutely preventable. Because I learned so much over the years, ever since I was a very young person. I learned so much that showed me so much of this is preventable. We kind of deal with a lot of stuff we don't have to deal with, a whole lot more than we realize. Various degenerative diseases and stuff like that are preventable if we eat our vegetables and we get enough sleep and so on. But I think sometimes, it's like I think that maybe sometimes people kind of perceive that my interest in this is a little more superficial than it really is. And it's okay. But I say that because, maybe sometimes like, man, that was, you did a good job and everything. And I'm grateful for people who give me that kind of thing, but trust me, that's not really what I'm going for. I'm not going for looking for a pat on the back when somebody say I did a good job, because my question's always going to be, but did you get what I was saying? Did you get that many, if not most, of the diseases that we deal with in this society are lifestyle diseases. They're caused by our lifestyles, the lifestyles that we've grown into as a result of being in this country and developing this lifestyle. Like, do you get that we have to probably eat more vegetables than people in generations before us because the conditions of our soils, or that we're harming ourselves when we don't get out in the sun, or when we're just chronically stressed and stuff like that, you know, or building muscle is something that everybody should be interested in doing to some degree because muscle tissue helps us to stay healthy, or that excess fat tissue is a major reason for hormone disruption. You know, different kind of stuff like that. I just want people to get it and not just hear what I'm doing. Is like this is something Shawn has chosen a good thing to do, and you know, way to go, guy. Totally not what I'm going for, but I know people mean well. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling on here. I'm gonna get off because it's a little late, but I'm gonna do that live again, and y'all just understand. Please understand. This is so much beyond just eating a serving of greens and doing a walk. I'm not I'm not despising the day of small beginnings. Start where you are. My point is it's more to this. It's more to this. The level that we're willing to invest in really, really addressing every single aspect of our health, getting our bodies everything they need, the more we'll be able to enjoy a quality of health and of life that we didn't even really realize that we could enjoy in our as we get older. Okay, so anyway, for what it's worth, y'all, I'm just talking here tonight. Y'all have a good one. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/SeanB2B Fitness today.